According to Stats SA's international tourism data, in December, over 3 million travelers made their way through South Africa's entry and exit ports. Bulk of these foreign travelers. The UN's World Tourism Barometer, in the meantime, suggests that global tourism has fully recovered to pre-pandemic levels. But locally, the picture is not exactly the same. Tshifhiwa Tshivhengwa, CEO of the Tourism Business Council SA, joins us with further insight on the local tourism industry. Thank you so much for your time, Tshifhiwa. Let's actually start off on that point, the fact that the global tourism industry has completed that circle of recovery to pre-COVID levels. But where is South Africa in that recovery?
Well, thank you for having me. As South Africa, we are still behind as far as the full recovery to 2019 numbers are concerned. And when we talk about the numbers, we are referring to the international arrivals in terms of the number of tourists that are visiting the country. And by number of tourists, we're talking about anyone who enters the country and stay overnight or for more than 24 hours. We are still behind. So as much as we have seen improvements, if we look at the statistics from January to December, you can see that we've grown our tourism numbers by about 5.1%, which means that we will end January to December at around 8.9 million tourists, versus last year, January to December, it was about 8.4 million tourists, which means that we have really, gotten over 400,000 additional tourists that came into the country. So it's a significant improvement. But I must caution that as much as it's a significant improvement, our traditional markets like Europe, the growth is hardly there. You're looking at around 1.1%. And if you look at North America, that's good. USA, Canada, and Mexico, and others are doing quite well. And Asia, it's also coming through. Australia came through for us. But we still have a long way to go. We need to defend these traditional markets, especially in Germany. We need to do more. And we need to make sure that we return to pre-pandemic level in the UK. So for us as South Africa, we still have a long way to go. Usually, in the past, we will surpass, these figures of 8.9 million, will be over 10 million tourists coming into the country. So the numbers that we are seeing are still behind. However, from revenue, it could be a different number because of the increase in prices. Hotel groups may be reporting, a bigger revenue because domestic travel is still important. International is just but one component of travel. So overall, we're still behind. It's true, UNWTO, when they report their numbers in terms of recovery, as South Africa, we're behind. But East Africa is doing well. The likes of Kenya, Tanzania, and others in East Africa are doing well. North Africa is doing well. For us as South Africa, we still need to do more. And the simple part about this is that we need to remember that we're not the only country in the world that tourists, travel to. They go to other places, and the offering in East Africa, it's compelling. They still have safari, they've got beaches, and all those other stuff. So we need to do more to make sure that we reposition South Africa as a preferred tourism destination, so that we can go back to the numbers that we used to do.
It's quite interesting. I want to zoom into that point. We need to do more. Of course, we know that for a lot of travelers, international travelers, the big attractions are the big cities, your Cape Town, Durban, Joburg. But are we doing significantly better in terms of advertising and increasing the appeal of other parts of South Africa that aren't really considered the hotspots?
Now, we need to do more. We have not been, other than the campaign that we did with the likes of Trevor Noah, that we funded from our side, that
which was a good one.
We put it out globally to make sure that people know that South Africa has a variety of things to offer. We still need to do more in terms of making sure that the markets are reminded of what we need to offer. That's always been top of mind in the markets that we need to defend, which is Europe, North America, and of course, the UK and the rest. And we need to do more in India and China. We've been talking about that for quite a while with all the programs that we're doing there. We are still not doing enough from those markets to generate demand and to get people to come to South Africa. So those two markets are going to be key. Australia, we did better. There's a lot more people coming in, but again, it's because we increased the capacity of seats. SAA flying there makes a difference. Qantas adding, the big, Airbus to get people here, it makes a difference. So we need to do more. In Europe, we need to get more airlines flying into South Africa. In North America, we need to add capacity, seat capacity from that market into South Africa. And of course, India and China, we don't have enough capacity. We're barely scratching the surface. We need to do more. So as much as we need to do the demand generation campaigns, and South African tourism needs to come through. We also need to get all the provinces to come through. We also need to make sure that airlines have equipment that they can use to fly people into our country. So we all have to work together, from Department of Transport, making sure that we are lobbying together to get as many airlines as possible. And of course, from the destination marketing point of view, we are marketing and putting campaigns and putting compelling stories and appealing to people's emotions, from advertising point of view, that so that they can see us as a preferred destination. That's what we need to do to make sure that we are competitive. And those are the things that we're going to be pushing for from our side as a Tourism Business Council, because we want to see more action so that it can sustain businesses here in South Africa and we can create more jobs.
All right. Well, Tshifhiwa, we do have to end the conversation there, but I will also be keeping a close eye on whether the reforms from the GNU are actually filtering through to the numbers, or if we will start to see that at any point in the short to medium term. Thank you so much for your time and for your insights today. That was Tshifhiwa Tshivhengwa, CEO of the Tourism Business Council SA.